Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Fours and Sixes in the series of episodes where we are previewing each and every team in the lead up to the 18th edition of the IPL, and this one is all about the defending champions, Kolkata Knight Riders. A lot has changed in the Kolkata Knight Riders team in terms of captain, in terms of coaching staff. They have literally made someone captain who they have bought in the last round of the mega auction. Ajinkya Rahane has been named captain. Venkatesh Iyer is the deputy. How do you look at the way they are? They have retained the core of the squad, but how do you look at the way this team has come up?
Fair play to them that they have retained two 35, 36-year-olds who do not play international cricket anymore. So we do not really know what shape or what form Sunil Narine and Andre Russell are in. And we also do not know if Sunil Narine, he had a lot of success opening last year, but we do not know if Sunil Narine will have the same sort of success, and that was really, really important for them. And apart from Sunil Narine, Phil Saul did a lot of the heavy lifting last year. We do not know if Quinton de Kock can replicate that role. We do not know if Gurbaz will start ahead of Quinton de Kock, although both of them are keepers. So a lot of it depends. Ramandeep Singh was a massive plus for them last year. Angrish Raghuvanshi had a few good cameos here and there. Shreyas Iyer did Shreyas Iyer things in the middle order. Some of it bad, some of it good. Mitchell Stark was Mitchell Stark in the final.
Rinku Singh.
Again, Rinku Singh. So,
Venkatesh Iyer was good as well.
Yeah, although they have retained both Rinku and Venkatesh, and I think Venkatesh, they bought him back at the auction. So some of the players who were extremely important for them last year are no longer with the franchise, and some of them who played a big role, question marks over them just because of they're on the wrong side of 30. They do not play for West Indies anymore, although same was the case last year also. So a lot of it really depends. Although you can make this case for saying that a lot of it depends for a lot of franchises, to be honest.
And they have some of the players who are very T20 specialist at some level.
Again, I looked through this list, and with Nokia, I don't even know the last time he played a game. Harshit Rana was crucial for them last year. They have retained him. He's now no longer uncapped.
Spencer Johnson is there.
Spencer Johnson is supposed to be this young new kid from Australia, bowls left arm seam, 145 plus.
Umran Malik, Vaibhav Arora.
Umran is no longer with the franchise though. He's injured.
Yeah,
which seems to be an awful lot these days.
And they have, what I find interesting is that they keep going back to the familiarity of things, like bringing back Rahane, who was with them previously as well, and then bringing back Manish Pandey, who won them the title in 2014 final as well. So they have a good, and KKR has always been this team. They have 15 players. They have a solid first 11, but if two of them go out, their team goes all over the place. It still seems to be the case, except not 11, maybe like 7 or 8 are solid, and the rest probably will move around. What kind of a role do you see Rahane playing, and will this be a more Chandrakant Pandit team than the captain's team?
I think it'll be a more coaches team, more of Chandrakant's team. It just looks, at least from the outside now, I'm not going to be questioning Rahane's leadership skills, but all of those leadership skills have come in a different format. I don't know if he'll play number 3. It looks like he may end up playing number 3, but then where does Raghuvanshi slot in then? So more questions than answers when I actually look at this team. Although one player that we have not spoken about is Varun Chakravarti. He was absolutely brilliant in the Champions Trophy. He was really good last year also. So, there are some really, really good players, obviously.
And they have Moeen Ali.
I don't expect him to start.
Yeah.
They are the defending champions for a reason. And when you go down the list of players that they have, there are some really, really good players in there. But just because that they have not brought back the likes of Shreyas. They do not have Mitchell Stark. So some holes to fill for a lot of guys. There's no Phil Salt. So will the likes of Gurbaz, will the likes of Spencer Johnson be able to fill those roles? I think that's the question that they will have to answer straight away.
I think they are probably one of the teams who will take time to get their 11 together, and if they manage to
Yeah,
get a few wins
do
along the
you do
way,
you think Chandrakant Pandit knows what his best 11 is?
he probably would, but I'm not sure what it is.
No, there's a difference between knowing what your
Yeah.
first 11 is and knowing what your best 11 is.
Yeah, no, it's a very tricky thing, and I think they'll probably pick and choose based on the opponent. They're playing the opening game as well, so and at home, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes. What kind of 11 they feel to understand how this season is going to play out for them. Yeah,
And also just coming back to Rinku, I last year did they get his, even if there were question marks about his entry point, they did end up winning the title. Now he is out of the India scheme of things. Rinku himself would like to bat a few places higher, come in over 11, 12, 13. Where do you see this whole Rinku thing going on?
yeah, I think it'll probably depend on how the innings goes. They would still want him to do what he does, because apart from him and Russell in that, I look at that lineup.
Ramandeep is also a really
Ramandeep's,
interesting prospect.
Yeah. Apart from those three, they are really good in the short burst, but they are capable of playing those 40 ball 80s as well. It's always the tricky thing, right? So when your top three is batting well and you're 100 for 2 in 10 overs, you see things are going really well. But you could have been 130 or 140. So it's that kind of a thing, and
A lot of it also depends on Narayan and Russell
yeah.
essaying those roles like they did last year.
Yeah, and we'll know the once they take the field with KKR. On that note, that's all about this team, the defending champions. Thank you for watching.